my name is Carla Castellanos, and I welcome you today to the Young Latina Talks by today's Inspired Latina. I want to thank the Yoshida Academy, today's Inspired Latina, and my mother for being the strongest woman I know. Have you ever felt excited moving to a new town or a new city? Perhaps not. But if you're like me, you love to experience new things. You see, you might like to try new foods, meet new people, and have these experiences, and that's how I felt when I transferred to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. A few months ago, like every college student, we had to move into campus. And I thought that my experience was going to go a little bit different. I thought the first week I was gonna have all these friends and I was going to meet new people, all while social distancing, of course, attend Zoom meetings, and I was gonna be in an episode of Friends. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. You see, when I moved into my apartment this fall, the first week before starting classes, I stayed in my apartment. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't meet new people. I stayed there, and I had felt something very unusual, something that I've never felt before. I felt lonely. You see, I've never felt lonely in my life. I'm a part of the Cicero community for 2 years now, and I've been I've been a resident for 13 years in Chicago. So I always felt like I was with my people. I never felt alone. And once I moved to Urbana-Champaign, I understood that this was part of my growth. So I decided to go out after that week and explore campus, right? I visited the Union, and I visited the gym, and I visited the Quad. And the Quad is this big green area where students hang out and talk. And once I was walking through those streets, and as I walked through Green Street, where there's a bunch of stores and restaurants, and students like to walk on, kind of like Michigan Avenue, but for Urbana-Champaign, I felt something else that was very unusual. I felt like I didn't belong. You see, I had culture shock. And I also felt imposter syndrome. You know, imposter syndrome is the psychological pattern of believing that the achievements and the talents that you have been a fraud. I didn't see people like me in that university. I felt alone. But once I went back to my apartment and I stayed there, I realized I did belong there. I belonged to be in that four-year institution just like anybody else. Because sometimes it's easy to forget the sleepless nights, the nights where all you've done is wake up, go to school, go back home, eat, go to work, come back home, do homework, and go to sleep. Repeatedly for 2 years. So I invite you that whenever you feel out of place, whenever you feel like you don't belong, whenever you feel like your achievements have been handed to you, or you feel like you hadn't really achieved them, please remember. Remember your effort. Remember all you've done to get there. Because trust me, you are good enough. And to all my first generation students, college students, please remember that you belong there. You belong in university. And you will get that degree. Thank you.